poppin', my fellow compatriots, young and old alike? It's your boy, Juice, back at it again. Getting it how I live. Hey, welcome back to another episode, another chapter in the book of Forearms. Alright, we're about to get straight up into it. I'm gonna come at y'all with a little bit of a different way, alright, a little bit of a different format for this video. I do actually have some research written down this time, rather than just off the top, just because this is a little bit more heavy, a little drier. Alright, so as you probably know, week 2 is going to be rock climbing oriented, right? I'm going to be taking from the arts of climbing to try and grow my forearms this week. See what happens. Obviously, there is the probably peak thing in front of everyone's mind where it's like, yo, bro, these motherfuckers don't really have that big of forearms. They're just kind of like really grip strength heavy. You know what I'm talking about? Their hands could choke the life out of a young rhino. Okay? So, you know, are you really gonna make many gains? I don't know. That's what I'm here to find out. All right. I'm not saying this is a for sure thing. That's why I'm making a video. That's why I'm documenting it and doing research on it, right? But something that I was learning as I was learning about other things is that if you end up going too hard, you can fuck your shit up, right? In rock climbing specifically, the rice bucket, probably not so much. Bodybuilding, maybe, but I don't think as much as the exercises I'm doing for the rock climbing, which is a lot of finger-oriented stuff.
What do you mean by that?
Which, you might not know this, is a lot of tendons, which piqued my curiosity on how to avoid detrimental effects as much as I could. Because, I don't know if you can see that, but this ring finger right here, back when I was a young stud in high school playing for the bro, it was like the games for varsity where it's not the starters, but they have like the pity games and they send you out and play those. Yeah, whatever. It was one of those, and I got my finger wrapped up in a jersey and it got like ripped out and I tore a tendon and it got like curled up and was like going like this, right?
Nice.
But hey, so that was kind of a reason I was trying to avoid any injuries because I have injured my hand before. I need to grab some water.
Stay hydrated is deep state propaganda designed to make you easier to manipulate. Liquid, sloshy, pourable into the narrative containers they choose. Resist Do not hydrate. Become dry. Ungovernable. Jerky.
So yeah, fucked up my finger. Want to make sure that doesn't happen because shit sucks. So did a little bit of digging. Didn't have to dig too far because under dude's Emil Abrahamson or something, whatever. I'll link his video. I'm sure many people know about it. It's like, you know, seems like an OG climber in that domain, right? But regardless, went down to his comments. It was like the second comment. I don't know. It was a highlighted comment for me. I'm pretty sure. Dude was talking about, oh, bro, you gotta like watch out for your fingers because you can snap your tendons and blah 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 blah. All right, so let me explain to you what I have found out, which you can very easily find out for yourself if you just go look at the comments. Also, I'll link you the video that I watched. Here's the dumbed down version of that, right? So that's a little bit, you know, that shit was mad dry, bro. I had to kind of like pick through it and really formulate what the fuck this dude was saying. But let me give you a little bit of the background real quick. Might want to fast forward, but if you don't, hey, good for you. So there's ligaments, right? Bone to bone connection, all right? Tendons, bone to muscle, right? The ligaments, you want them strong and stiff because they're connected to strong, stiff shit, right? You're trying to make that connection real firm. When you're connecting something strong to something like a muscle, which is mushy gushy and real rippy, you're gonna want to even balance between strong and stretchy, right? let me explain to you what tendons and ligaments are made out of. Collagen is the primary thing that tendons and ligaments are made of, and if you think about it, there's these little fibers, right? That's the collagen, and they're out here connecting. They're fucking they're pushing and pulling, right? They're connecting your muscles and your bones and your bones and your bones. All right. There's these little fibers. That's the collagen fibers, or collagen makes up the fibers that are the tissue of ligaments and tendons, right? And then so you got these things. They're like they're going back and forth, right? You know, when you're stretching them. But then there's these little things in between the collagens, right? These little stringy things called crosslinks, okay? Now, having more collagens and more crosslinks are gonna make your tendons and your ligaments stiffer and stronger and less liable to rip, okay? Tendons and ligaments are mad fucking strong, all right? They can bend metal. It's wild. But it's besides the fact. More crosslinks, more collagens, stiffer ligaments, stiffer tendons. Now, for ligaments, that's a good thing. We just went over that, right? Good shit. Tendons, it is good on one side, but on the other side, not so much. So, from what I've learned, right? Coming back to my notes, right? Let me take another sip. This dry ass fucking subject matter here. Goodness. So basically what I gathered is it's okay to get more collagen fibers, because at the connection of the muscle is where these collagen fibers and these tendons, you know, the tissue kind of web around and grab. If you can picture this, this bottle is the muscle, and the tendons, right, are coming up like this and kind of like webbing. And the more collagen you have, the more of a web, the more of a contact surface to the muscle you have. So, and obviously I'm not a fucking scientist, so don't take my word, but from what I understood, it's okay to have a little bit more collagen to build up that collagen, right? Near the muscle, okay? But what you don't want is a shitload of damn crosslinks, because that's not going to allow the more crosslinks that you have, the less the collagen is going to move. All right? So what you want to do is break down those crosslinks. All right? Certain exercises will strengthen your tendon, right? But not break down those crosslinks. And that's the type of exercises that you don't want. And the exercises that do that are heavy weight applied very fast. All right? So short end of this, quick summary is you want to go slow to make sure that you break down the crosslinks and make sure that the tendons near the muscle are nice and stretchy so that they don't have a one big focal point or aren't super firm, right? And just pull on that fucking muscle and work that muscle harder than it needs to be, okay? Because then you're going to rip your muscle. You're going to end up, your performance is going to go way the fuck up if you do that. Your tendons are going to be mad strong, but your muscles are not going to be as healthy. So, seeing as I'm not trying to go for fucking super strong grip and being able to hold on the side of a mountain for years, I'm gonna ease into it. My ability might not go up that high, the grip, right? But my muscles will be healthier. And my hypothesis right there is that if my muscles are healthier, they'll probably get bigger. I'm gonna assume. Might be completely retarded, but that's what I'm going with. That's my thought process right now. I'm focusing on making my muscles healthier. And if they don't get bigger, fuck it, bro. At least they're fucking better off, right? But hopefully, as a side effect, they'll get a little bit bigger, all right? Don't really know. That's what I'm here to find out, right? So, going into the programming, right? What I'm going to be doing. Dude does like 10-second stretches and then a 50-second workout or a 50-second rest, right? And I think he's putting like 80 to 70% of his weight down on those 10 seconds. Again, I'm not trying to do high weight extremely quickly like that. So what I'm thinking about doing, I'm gonna do the exact same stretches that he does, but I'm going to do them slower and with less weight. Same rest. And a little bit longer, right, on the stretch. So I'm going to do a 30-second stretch with a 50-second rest, all right? Because another thing with these tendons, right, is they're viscoelastic. They have viscoelasticity, all right? Which means they behave like elastic, but also like a liquid. So kind of like water. You know, when you hit water real fucking fast, that shit slaps. All right. There's a cracking at the pool when you belly flop off the 15. Right. But if you're just kind of diving, if you're easing on in, the energy is spread out a little bit easier rather than just one focal point. Right? Real quick. So again, focusing on easing in so that the energy is spread throughout all of my fingers. Or, you know, both of my fingers. Or just easing into it, right? Just making sure that I'm smooth and I'm not gonna rip anything. And we'll see how that goes. So let's hop right up into it. Alright, so because I did not measure my forearms at the end of the week or at the beginning of the week, right, or whatever. I haven't measured my forearms yet to give you a baseline. So we're about to do that right now.
Moments later.
So we are at 13 3/8 on the left arm.
More moments later.
And I'm getting 13 3/8. 13 and a half. on the right arm, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure my right arm was smaller than my left arm on the last before the rice. But hey, bro, I don't know. Shitty little rinky-dinky ass measuring tape might not be the best, but hey, it's gonna be our baseline, our non-variable. I don't know, bro. I'm not a scientist, but it's the same thing. We're using it throughout the whole test here, and it's not changing. All right, non-variable is what I'm going with. So, as you already know, using 50% of my body weight on my hangs for 30 seconds, taking 50-second rest. All right. The way I'm gonna make sure I'm using 50% of my body weight is with this scale right here. So I'm gonna hop right up into it. I swear, dog, I do not be out here wearing beaters all the time, but it just seems to be happening that I am wearing them on the days I'm filming. Pretty sure something just came out of my nose there, but hey, let's get on with this conclusion to the episode. Gonna go over a few things that I noticed, that I felt within myself over the week. Just some results, I guess. And then obviously, the moment everyone has been waiting for, the arm measurements. Oof. I'm gonna do that at the end, have a good retention rate, you know? Or you can just skip to the end and be a bitch ass, I guess. Hey, so the things I noticed in my arms over the week or so, or however long, you know, about a week, is that so early on in the experience, in the experiment, in the test, in our little science project, my fingers were starting to get stiff like the first maybe 2 days, like maybe into the third. Definitely into the third, I was starting to get more sore, more within my actual, like, I want to say, whatever these are, the pads, like throughout the fingers rather than just in the joints. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Could just be that my fingers were, like, even still now, like when I bend them, they're kind of stiff, but not really. Definitely feel a little bit of an effect. A little bit of a soreness, you might say, within my fingers that I've never really had before. The pump within your forearms, I was definitely getting a decent forearm pump, and honestly, bro, so obviously you would be getting a full pump, you know, just hanging, right? Or at least I was. But I noticed that because I was using these two, like the 2 finger holds, this one especially, the middle two, I would feel more of a strain in between my forearm. It's like a compound movement, right? With your whole hand. But when you're just lowering it down to the 2, it's more of an isolation movement, right? While I'm on the subject of the 2 finger holds, the isolations, right? I was noticing that when I was trying to put, especially on the crimps there, but when I was trying to put 50% of my body weight, I could do it for a little while, but getting an even 50% of my body weight for 30 seconds was just not going to happen. So I kind of eased into it, but overall, I ended up just doing need that drink, brother. what? Ugh. Ugh. Wow. So yeah, 30% of my weight was the average of the week when I was doing my isolation exercises, we're gonna say. Just the 2-finger holds, especially the crimp. So, I don't know, I was definitely deviating quite far out of the bounds of the original Emil Abrahamson, or whatever his name is, workout. But I feel like it's better. But hey, let's get to the part that everyone's clearly been waiting for. We might have made some strength gains. We might have made some fingering gains, you know what I'm talking about. But what we're really all here for is girth, all right? Girth, size, measurements. So we're gonna check this baby out here real quick. I'm getting like 13 and 5/8. 13 and, hold up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9/16. 13 and 9/16. So put about an eighth of an inch on right there, which is honestly up for debate. At first, I was feeling like 13 and 5/8. Yeah, 13 and 5/8. But then I kind of cinched it a little tighter. So I don't know. An eighth of an inch is in the room of error. Okay, so I must say maybe, possibly, could have added a little bit of circumference, a little bit of girth onto my deep base. Okay, more down here. I'm assuming there's probably nothing. But I should start taking the wrist measurements as well, huh? Well, we fucked up there. But on the base of my forearm, maybe about an eighth of an inch. But I'm gonna say no gains there. I'm gonna say that was about 13 and 11/16, honestly. So I mean, within, what is that? An eighth, within a quarter to an eighth of an inch. Yeah, I mean, in the size difference there. So I don't know. I don't know if that really added that much mass onto my forearms, but I definitely saw other benefits. Now, as I say that, it could also be the fact that I have been working my forearms more than usual. Obviously, I do have the cool down week where I don't even do any focused forearm exercises in the gym. Like, I've been taking out my normal forearm routine on that base week, on that just break week, right? Just to make sure that I don't have any other variables, right? But even so, the rice was a daily thing versus a twice a week thing. So, and then this rice thing, or then this hanging thing was twice a day, okay? So I could just be seeing results from both of those in the strength department. But honestly, as I've been doing this, I've been kind of thinking of a program, of a structure to possibly rival any other program out here on the internet. Honestly, I think I'm really out here unlocking the keys to grow massive pythons on the end of your elbows. All right, so hey, stick around for some mystical knowledge. Bye bye.